All right, so I should have done this yesterday. So this is the day 2 of the stinky rice refit, before and after picture, but we're just lucky we didn't have a picture yesterday. So that's what it's gonna look like. We're trying to win back that corner. I'll take us from, hi Darren.
AP.
Yeah, we're trying to make some space in here. That's it, I'll take some pictures later. All right, so a little look here. Oh, look who came in. Here's the foreman, the crew foreman. So that stuff's up on the wall, not perfectly symmetrical, but off the floor, more importantly. And my goal now is to get these tables cleaned off. You know, put that somewhere else, because I thought hooking that up to that monitor might be cool. So I might get all that stuff off, make a bunch of room in here and start hanging that stuff, man. But in order to do that, I got to move a bunch of stuff out. I don't want to put it in here. So I'm starting to make a bit of room out of here. Maybe push this stuff over a bit. Put some stuff around the corner. Slowly get rid of that paint stuff. Oh my God, that's icky. And yeah, make a few, gonna make a trip up to the dump Saturday. Just talk to the guy. That's where it's at. So I'm gonna get back in, start moving some of that stuff out temporarily. All right, I forget why I did this. I just like doing it. Okay, sign off. All right, so I forget what day this is. It's the one after the last video. So we're gonna try to get a lot of that stuff out. Maybe wind up leaving it all here temporarily. And then in order to do that, I gotta push this stuff kind of over there. In order to do that, I gotta get some of that stuff out of there. You know what I found over here? Some of this wood is pretty good, ornamentally. You know, it's got that good patina on it. So I'm gonna pull some out of here and stick it over there, dry it a bit, take a wire brush to it. You'll probably be able to get some pretty cool looking shelving out of that. Either out there or maybe even in the studio. We'll talk to Darren about that. So I'll just yeah, and then we'll make some room over there too. And we can get those windows over here when the wood's gone. So that'll really start opening things up, give you some room to work. Right now it's tight quarters, man. Tight quarters, not a lot of elbow room. So that's where it's at today, man. All right, maybe I'll give a update later. Okay. All right, so it's the day after the last day. So my goal today, and I got a little bit closer to it yesterday, is to get that stuff off of there, except for those 2 audio monitors. I'd like to get the trash can Mac up on that and get that Focusrite interface working. I'd like to try in the next couple of days, try to track some steel for my friend up north. That's kind of a goal. But in order to do that, I really got to make a lot of room in here. That means hanging these. And I'm really not that great at finding studs. So if I can't reliably start finding some studs, I don't know what I'm going to do about those reflectors or those baffles. Anyway, out here, it looks a bit messy, but finally got this cleared up. That was really wet, but the stuff inside looks okay. I'm hoping this is dried out a bit from yesterday. Yeah, so that's all a bit more manageable. I'm just going to stick that in the green bin and organize this end here a bit. And then really that's about it, you know. All to get a little bit of room in here. You know, take some of this stuff out. Those 2 monitors don't need to be here. Really has to do with hanging these things up. Those are the biggest eaters of space in this place. All right, we'll see what we can do about that today. Okay. This thing on? All right, so it's very windy today. So let's take a look. Anyway, this is a little tidier. Only I recycled some of that old wood there and hung some stuff. And if you don't like that, oh, that was just lucky up there, man. By observing, I found a place and just I had to get that stuff off the ground. It's driving me bananas, man. Plus, if you don't like that, man, I'll just take it straight down. That's the beauty of it. It's just held on there by clamps, nice and tight, but temporary. I'd like to say that I put the temporary in contemporary. Anyway, a bunch of stuff back there, man. Don't worry about that. Yeah, so this is actually getting a bit encouraging, man. I did all this yesterday. Tonight I'm gonna kind of focus on this area. That table's going back in here, the big one. And I'm taking that one out there. I know you're probably not big on the Andrew Fung customization, but I think it's edgy. I think it's current. And I think it reflects the passion of the artist. So it's gonna do just fine out there. I cleaned it up pretty well. Well, I'll clean it again too a few times. That's going up there. These I haven't decided. I bought some Velcro, but they're just as effective there because that's the back of the room. You see, that's an excellent bass trap. So if I don't have to hang them, I'm just gonna leave it like that, man. Same thing, you know, because the back wall is the first reflection, so that's where you want it. I'm gonna hang one up there, and then I got another maybe there. I don't know. We'll see. Because it's tough. I can't hang it right behind because of that, and there's something else. So you don't got like a clear run. And then this stuff here, man. There's Roscoe loves that stuff, man. Like, I have to ask him nicely, like, to come in at night to the other part of the house. There he is, supervising. And then that's it, man. So I'm gonna put the time lapse on, and I'm gonna try to hang some more of these things. I've been getting way better at the stud finding too. Actually, I took a few tutorials. So that's been working out better too. Those are gonna get hung. But I mean, as you see, a lot of it's temporary. That, like all that stuff up there, you can like lift that stuff off if you want, man, you know. Then I think if you are, you know, gonna reorient the room someday, the less permanent fixtures, the better. Hence the contemporary design. I don't know, man. That's about it. I'm gonna move the tables around. I personally get a kick out of watching this in time lapse, so I don't know if you want to see this or not, but anyway, that's where it's at, man. Hope you're having a good time. Yeah. Okay. All right, so the time-lapse walkthrough. I forget what this looked like yesterday, but it's getting there. Some of that stuff will be back in. Gonna finish with that, but man, I gotta wrap this up. I was hoping to be well into the self-indulgent pedal steel playing here by this time. So yeah, it's getting there. Today, we're gonna tackle this area here. You mentioned something about fixing your wires, and I said, at first glance, it didn't look that complicated, but now you definitely should be running those a bit different. I'm gonna fix up that's too long, that run over there. And I'm gonna take the duster, the air spray to your keyboard. It's pretty, definitely got a dust problem in here. Your Dyson didn't work, so I brought mine. It was sitting in the closet anyway. It'll squat here for now. So hopefully that'll do something to manage the insane dust. So yesterday I came in here, I found a bunch of these round tables in there, so I took them out and I made a bunch of room. So a lot of the stuff's going in there, which is great news, man. And I don't know what you want to do with those computers and all that other stuff, but some of the stuff you could probably safely say goodbye to. That's one of those tables looks like. I thought it looked pretty cool in the corner. What else? I hung up the father and blah blah blah, man. Yeah, no, today's gonna be a bit of this, but like I said, man, I really want to get to it. Yesterday, so I brought two of those tables in here. I kind of like this little setup here. So then I'm gonna try to get that red interface going. Where is that? That one. I haven't tried that yet. So once that's done, that'd be great. That's my computer there. And I'll either, use the screen there or use that one. I got my dock so I can dock the my laptop. This stuff is the same as yesterday, except this was leaning. So I noticed my high-tech fixing of the leaning bookshelf of North Hollywood. And I don't know, man. It's just like a hydra. Like I cut one head off and then like two more appear. Oh, man. So, yeah, no, I'm going to get started on that. Cool. Yeah, okay, man. All right, so today's the last day before Darren comes back. So one of the overarching goals of the whole thing was to be able to set up my stuff in here and have it, get it coming through the amp, which you can't see. Anyway, I was able to do that, but not to the extent I would have liked. That's my analog Synth rig. I mean, all this stuff might or might not be here on a regular basis, but I did want to get it in here. But I did not have the time to mess around with it the way I wanted to. This stuff probably looks complicated, but it's really just going to hold these things up. They're going to be on the side, and there's going to be one in the middle. Doom, doom, doom. That I'm just going to hold in place with 3 screws, really. Then over its own weight, it's going to hold it up. And I'll fasten it to the wall with something. That's from the recycled wood from outside, which came in handy. I could not believe that I didn't even have to cut these things. They were the exact length, man. There's just dumb, stupid luck. Anyway, I washed it off, and it looks good ornamentally. So that's it. I'm gonna this is the last time lapse I'm gonna do. I gotta wrap this stuff up, man. It's taking way longer than I thought. And I'll do a time lapse of this room. I'll clean out the studio, and then you should be quite ready to rock, except for a couple things you got to go through when you get back. It's hard for you to direct this stuff from away. Okay, that's it. I'm going to set the time lapse up. Okay. All right, so what you just saw there was all that getting put up. Not bad. Just a couple of things I would have done different if I, but I didn't have the luxury of a lot of materials. So that's just what it is. But it's standing on its own, and that's pretty good, actually. There's a lot of absorption up there. A lot of ergonomics and the wiring down there, too. Straighten that up. So whether you decide, this can get the hell out of my studio, I don't want to see you ever again, you neurotic nutcase, at least somebody else will be able to work here with efficiency. Although we do, those speakers, man, they work, but the either that or that red interface, I know I pointed that out before, something's funny there, man. So there'll be no mixing going on in this room, that's for sure. I noticed you had another pair of Neumann monitors. I don't know if those are to be used or not. I have a pair of monitors in my storage maybe I could use, but I know, or maybe it's the interface. Maybe the speakers are good and it's the interface. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to clean up. It's like 2 in the afternoon now. I'm gonna spend another hour cleaning this place up with the studio too, and then man, I gotta do some other things. All right, yep, okay, out, cut.